What's up?
We are back. We are back. We are back. We are reviewing episode 11
12.
or 12.
We're reviewing episode 12 of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yes.
Season 2.
Yes. 12. Okay.
Yeah. So we're back. We're committed to trying to bring more content to the channel.
And if you're watching this and you don't watch the show, still watch the review and maybe start watching the show.
It's definitely full of drama. That's for sure. This season is
it's crazy.
And it goes by fast. I will say that.
The episodes.
Yeah, the episodes go by fast. So without any further ado.
Yes. Okay, so
let's get started.
It started with Maurice and Marcel with their boys.
Yes, with their sons. Their sons are cousins. So the little boys, they're the same age. I mean, I feel like this is the first time that Marcel and Letitia have had their kids on the show more. Like they used to talk about them and like you would see them in the background. But like whereas Maurice and Monster was a storyline.
Yeah.
So because he was a storyline, we would see him more often. And when he moved in with him and Kimmy, you would see him.
Yeah.
So this is the first time you kind of see them interacting because it kind of was like, oh shoot, their kids are the same age or they're close in age. So that was cute to see. And
that scene was fine.
Yeah, they were just trying to
business. I was like, that's kind of cool, teaching these young black boys about
like how you grow, building wealth, generational wealth and growth. So that was cute. And then there are always scenes on this show that are like fluff scenes.
It was a filler.
It was a filler scene. Definitely a filler scene. It was fine,
but it was a filler
scene. It was very
and
produced. It was like, come on guys, let's go play in the dirt with some machinery and talk about family stuff. Yay.
Yeah. It was definitely a little filler scene.
But it was a precursor to what was to come about Scott Manor.
Yes.
So that was They said Scott Manor about 10 times.
Yes.
In 30 seconds.
It kept reminding me of Chateau Chiray.
It did. It gave me more Manor.
Chateau Chiray. As much as we heard Chateau Chiray, we have heard Scott Manor at least 25 times.
Yes.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. But okay, so after that scene, which was cool, and they were talking about, it was, 10 acres of land that they bought that they want to live in North Huntsville. I mean, I wish I knew about the city and what that meant, but
who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
So the next scene was Melody.
Meeting with Destiny
to look at a house.
A real estate agent and who was showing her house that was clearly
had already chosen. She was already
had a contract on, or was renting. I don't know if she's renting or buying. They said she's buying.
Either way,
like, okay, girl.
It was just another Phil scene. However, it was good to see that it was important to see that Melody is leaving.
Yeah, they
is not playing with this.
They did have to put in like she moved. Like they needed to let us know that she actually moved and got a house.
And she said it. She said he wasn't trying to leave a house. Like you could just tell Martell is making this very hard.
This is my thing. You are wrong, Martell. And you're wrong, and you are trying to torture Melody and not even leave your family home. Like the family home, you're gonna make her leave.
It's ridiculous that he's doing this to her, and it's honestly, it's probably even more. It's pissing him off even more that she's not even fighting. She's just like, you know what?
With it, yep.
I'm not about to do this with you.
That's true.
Which means she really is done.
And when a woman's fed up, a woman is at her wits. It's literally nothing. You can tell she's not crying over it. She's not in the confessionals crying. She's not crying to her mama. She's talking about it. She's able to get through it. She's already had that's already happened. Yep, that's months before, and he's just. Yep. I feel like a lot of times men take longer to reconcile their feelings because they hide it for longer. She probably has cried those tears the whole time. All that was going on.
She's been dealing with this for 2 years now.
He was in denial about her actually leaving
him. He never thought she was gonna leave.
Yep. Then now that she's moved on, and you see like, oh, I'm gonna get my own house. I'm
gonna get my own house.
I make my own money. I'm dating somebody else. You probably hear Huntsville is small, or and now you're mad.
And she was in Atlanta, so he was hot about that.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
so Mel.
She got her house, girl.
And she was like, I'm getting a new house. It's bigger. I'm about to upgrade. Everything. She was like, and I'm not mad at that. Like, I don't even feel like she's being extra. I feel like she is really just speaking her truth.
Yeah.
Like, I am going to be who I'm going to be in this.
She said, I ain't no snack. I'm a whole meal.
Yes.
Of course people want to talk to her. He's mad. That's why he's really mad.
Yes.
That's why he's really mad, because she's moved on. She's trying to move on. She's actively moving on.
And it's kind of, hard to watch him like self-destruct.
He is unhinged.
It's not fun to watch. I mean, it is. It's interesting. It's good for TV, but he is just anyway. So
after that scene was Kimmy and Letitia.
Yes,
they went and talked at Kimmy's house.
At Kimmy's house
over lemonade with no liquor in it. And I was like, Letitia, where's the vodka?
We don't have any liquor today.
We have water. We're on water today.
So
okay. So Kimmy, not Letitia, was pressed about Kimmy moving to this 10-acre
Scott Manor. She wants this is when they broke the news. Well, this is when Letitia tells Kimmy, like, oh, we have that land. We really want it to be like a place where all the family. Kimmy wasn't even with it for sure. Kimmy's like,
I love family, but I need my separation. I need you to have to call because it's gonna take you 10 to 15 minutes to get here.
Yeah, she don't want you to drive by and see if she home or not.
Yeah.
Nah, she's not here for that.
I mean, 10 acres is a lot, but I get it.
If you gotta drive by my house to get to your house, and you get to look out and see who's there, and you gonna be mad if one of my friends is over and I didn't tell you, and that's exactly how Letitia is too. She would be salty if somebody would not invite her over.
I would not want to live by.
Not the clingy sister-in-law.
No, she is too clingy. And why is she acting like, oh, we're not as close, but I feel like if we moved to this property, we would be closer. Girl, what?
That's like having a baby make your marriage closer. Yeah, like, moving next to somebody don't make you closer.
Be normal. And that's what she said. Like, we can get back to normal. Just be normal. And
yes.
And the positive will outweigh the negative, and y'all will be back to normal.
If we are neighbors, you gonna get on my nerves, and I'm not gonna like you no more.
Listen, Letitia is so damn insecure. Don't make no sense.
About everybody and everything.
I feel like you didn't have my back. I want you to have my back. It's like,
she's like, are you 10 toes down for me? First of all, Kimmy has always told her, like, I am loyal to you, but I am also a truth teller. Like, I'm not going to go with you just because it's you. Like, I'm going to go with what's the truth. And I really respect Kimmy for that. And she's just like, she's not here for coddling Letitia. And
Letitia, I feel like wants her to literally, if Teacher's not invited, I'm not going. Yeah. And it's a show. This is an ensemble cast. Yeah. I need to be in scenes. I cannot be in scenes. Not like that should be the understanding. Like, this is a show. Number one. And then number two, even if she was friends with Melody, if Melody invites me somewhere and I feel comfortable going, I'm going.
Go. Yeah,
you're my sister-in-law. We're literally family. We ain't like.
Why are you insecure? Right? I'm always gonna be around you.
Woo! But maybe that insecurity is is spilling over from the marriage.
So she definitely probably clings to her husband, his family, her family. Like she clings to that togetherness, those relationships.
Well, she need to uncling.
I mean, she got a whole family.
You have 3 kids.
Like,
and a husband.
Come on. Stop. The problem is her husband is never on her side. Yeah, that's a whole other story. True. He like hardly ever is on her side. It's kind of that sucks. So the next scene is Mel's mom coming over. It's obviously Mel's week with the kids. She's packing up. She's still at the old house, packing up and doing all of that. And her mom comes over, and her mom is just like so done with Martell's ass.
She lost all respect for him.
She is done with him.
He is a punk.
She's like, hey, this is not how you act. And so Melody is here for telling the business. And she was like, I went to Atlanta in April. I was here. So now we know a timeline. So they stopped taping the show in March when COVID got real crazy. So they stopped taping in March. Clearly, less than a month later, she goes to Atlanta. So then she says she's back in town. They have a great day for Mother's Day. And Martell tells her that the girl's pregnant. So it's definitely not a secret. And she's not even trying to make it a secret. And clearly he's not trying to keep it a secret either. So he's mad at this woman, wants her to stay, is mad at all of these things, but he has a whole child.
Another child on the way. And why don't you focus on that?
And he is still legally married.
And why are you concerned about getting full custody of these other 4? How about you deal with that one you got, have your partial or half custody and keep it moving?
It's so destructive. Like he is literally trying, he is on some like, if I can't have you, I want, like he just wants everything to be messed up. He is trying to make
her life a living hell. And let's say for shits and giggles that she did cheat on him. Even before or after they were just cheating on each other. Why does that give you a right to think you deserve full custody of her kids?
Right.
You don't. She has to be the one to move out of the family home, which both of you worked. This is not a situation like that. She can afford.
This home together.
And she can afford the bills by herself. You can afford the bills yourself. even if she did cheat and you cheated too, why are you entitled to these things?
Right.
That's what I don't understand.
Because he's a narcissist.
And she didn't do those things. I don't believe it. Even if she did, it wasn't before. She was like, so she didn't do these things, and you thinking you're entitled. Even if she did do these things, to me, you're still not entitled to
right. They're still, y'all have raised these children. You don't have just one kid. The kid is not 1 year old. Like, you can establish what has occurred in the last 7, 8, 9 years with your marriage and with your kids. You can, like, both of you can establish that. So it would be crazy if she wasn't willing to have joint custody with you and you wanted it, and it would be crazy for you not to have joint custody with her. It's honestly,
he's so irrational.
You have a girlfriend, you have a child
and
with a girlfriend, and you're still legally married, and you're mad at her, and it just does. Make sense. It doesn't make sense. It cannot make sense.
He's doing this on national TV. These babies will see this one day, and that's the sad part, because this is real.
And you can tell they love both of their parents very much.
And she said she was never against giving him 50-50. And a lot of mothers wouldn't have did that. Right. Not with them smallest two.
Not with the babies.
No.
Oh my gosh, with a child under 1 year old, and she is like, you can have her 50-50 for 2 weeks straight.
And she don't even seem like she's stressing about it. She's like, that makes sense to me. She knows he's a great dad, and the kids need the dad, because she didn't have the dad. She's a good woman to me. You scorned and you still like 50-50 custody. I'm moving out the house. That's fine. I done cussed you out about it. Like,
and I'm just not. And that's what's making him mad, is that she's not making a big deal out of stuff. She's like, you need to do this. And when he don't do it, she just be like, okay, fine, whatever.
You go and pack up? I left.
Yep.
Come on, Melody. I'm here for Melody.
I am. Like, she's
very mature. It seems mature.
I haven't always enjoyed her on the show, but so far,
she's taking this like a champ.
I'm with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then we get to Martell talking. So it's definitely like this whole back and forth. Like, we'll see Melody, then we'll see Martell. So we get to Martell, and he's talking to this realtor.
Oh, yeah.
And he's letting him know, like, your messy business being out in the streets is affecting your real business.
Yep.
So, sir,
get
it together. And then Martell is so desperate to have friends, because he done burned every bridge and he done messed up with everybody, that he's now willing to have a business relationship with Marcel to try to rekindle their relationship. And the real estate agent is like, whoa, y'all was just on bad terms.
And I know he was talking crap about him to him. That's why the man was like, wait, how are y'all friends?
Right. He's like, wait, what?
And then when y'all are not friends next week, that's going to affect the business. Like, we can't have, we
didn't make sense.
Stability. We need stable partners.
Yeah. And so Martell really ain't thinking through how his poor decision making is affecting him after the fact.
And that's what Melody said in one of the scenes. You not thinking about anything but yourself.
When it in the moment. So
but he is a fine man.
Honestly, sometimes I look at him, I don't even think he's that cute.
I think Martell is so fine. In that scene, he looked good, even though his jacket was too tight.
Yeah, you could tell he been either working out a lot in the quarantine, or he been eating and working out. I don't know, but his jacket's just got about an inch too big, too small, too tight. So the funny thing is that the realtor is not here for it. Here's the crazy part: the realtor was like, so Martell tells him that he's trying to get full custody. And this is one man to another man looking at him like, bro, you crazy.
He said,
and he's so mad.
The man said, kids belong with their mama. Right, like, you don't even deserve 50-50 is what the man wanted to say. But he was like, kids are supposed to be with their mother. What? And this is my thing. If you're such a traditional Southern man, this, that, and the
why
third,
would you want to
why
take
are you taking somebody kids from them?
It's not.
It's making sense. You're just so spiteful and hateful.
He is so spiteful and hateful.
He's such a piece of crap.
Yep, he is.
The man was like, what? He was like, I think that's some arrogant BS. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
He told him he was being arrogant. Yep.
And he was like, did you think about that when you were cheating?
And then he gonna switch on him and be like, did you think about it when you were cheating?
And that's the type of friend you can never have.
That's the type of person that you can never have. We're not talking about me. Me and my wife is fine right now, and you want to put my business out there.
And now this is gonna be on national TV.
Okay, sure.
Like, why would you bring that up?
So he cannot be trusted. Martell
he cannot be trusted with anything. I confided in you that me and my wife went through something, and then you throw it back in my face on TV. He's a nasty son of a gun. Ooh. He's nasty. And I'm glad the man told him that is very arrogant in this book. Martell is.
And they said they don't know if they want the whole name on the neighborhood, because you are known as, they're going to be like, who is Hope? oh, it's this
Google,
developer.
Google him. And
this
that's
developer
that's gonna come up as Love and Marriage
was
Huntsville.
a cheater on his wife and broke up his marriage on TV for everybody. So then we go back to Marcel and Tisha, and Letitia goes back to Marcel to tell him
crying
about her conversation with Kimmy and how Kimmy doesn't want to live in the house in Scott Manor. And Marcel was like, okay. Like, Marcel just does not... They are literally so far apart when it comes to personality.
I don't understand their marriage. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's hard to understand what brought them together.
Martell and Melody being together or how they could have been good at the beginning. I even understand Kimmy.
Kimmy and Maurice are
They
easy.
seem like, they have a good relationship in general. Marcel, I do not understand Letitia and Marcel. I can't.
I don't know what he gets from her besides the traditional wife stuff, but I don't even know. Like, does he enjoy her? Does he like her personality? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't you? When you're in a relationship, when you're married, you want to like your significant other. You want to have fun.
I don't get their relationship. Every time I see them interact, I'm like, it don't even look like he has any respect. He shuts her down. Everything she says. And she really needs his validation, so it's kind of cringy when he does do it, even though sometimes I'm with him. Most of the time I'm with him. Yeah.
It's not that he's wrong, but it's like, how are y'all so far apart on everything?
Yes. Woo, I don't get it. She must, I'm sure she's a great mom and a great wife, but it's like, y'all, they do not seem like friends.
They don't seem like friends at all.
Whatsoever.
And everybody else does seem like they're friends.
She's such a crybaby. She started crying. He's like, it's just not that deep.
He was like if they don't want to,
you can say, I'm not going to turn your back on Kimmy and not be a friend, or you could just be a friend when she needs you. Just let it go.
His stuff be on point. It's just the fact that she's so like
it's his delivery.
It's his delivery.
Like, shut up.
It's his delivery.
He want to be like, shut the hell up. Who cares? Who cares? Don't talk to her. Talk to her. I don't care. That's what he wants to say. That's my brother. I'm still talking to him every day, and we're business.
Hey, what do you want?
You do what you want.
Do what you want.
That's what he wants.
And you're gonna be the one that's hurt over this. So why are you creating drama to be hurt about? Like, just let it go. So then
her mama.
My favorite. So her mom works my last nerve, but you know when she get on TV, it's gonna be interesting. You know when she in scene,
she's the saving grace of the show.
She's still in the scene every time.
Yes,
she's still in the scene every time.
Her outfit, her hair, she just is so extra. It's so funny. Unapologetically herself.
Yes, she is.
Marcel was like, "Why are you here?"
He asks her that every time. Every single time he sees her, he asks her why she's here.
He said he felt unsafe when she walked in, put on his mask. He said, "I don't know if it's COVID or it's just her energy, basically." But every time Wanda come in, I was cracking up.
When she walks in a house, he'd be like, "Why are you here?" When she walks in a restaurant, she'd be like, "Why are you here?"
I kind of like their relationship.
And you can tell it's in jest. You can tell it's in jest. It comes across harsh with him, but you can tell
almost
it's in jest.
Disrespectful, but clearly
that it's the relationship they have. It is. So it's very funny. And then he asked her, he was like, "So do you think you're messy?" Like, what?
And she's like, "I'm not. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. You are messy."
And then she got a boyfriend,
Wanda.
but she's married. He was
Is
like,
Yes.
He was like, "You're married, but you're talking."
She was like, "No." He was like, "Why are you here?" She was like, "Well, I have business out here. I had to go to the bank." He was like, "You could online bank." He was like, she was like, "Well, I also have a friend." He was like, "Aren't you married? You got a ring on your hand."
I was dead. That scene was so funny.
She said they've been separated for 5 years.
But why are you wearing the ring?
Wanda?
And I get being separated for 5 years too. For some
because the older people do it. Oh, they be like, whatever.
We just
I'll get a divorce when I want to get married again. Yes.
But why are you sitting up there wearing a ring? And that's what he said. But you're wearing a ring.
And she was flashing it. She was like,
I've been separated, and a woman has needs too. Like, take the ring off, Wanda.
Take the ring off.
That was so funny. She didn't know what to say when he said that.
She brought up the kid. That's what she brought up. You heard that he's having a kid.
And neither of them really responded to it.
No, she was like, "It's
not my business. Yeah. I'm not in it." And then he was like,
why? He was like,
I don't think he even confirmed. He didn't even confirm it.
No, he didn't. So Maurice and Kimmy are talking. He's showing her the new offices, and then Kimmy is like, "So I saw Letitia, and this is how she feels." And Kimmy is just like, "I'm not about to coddle her." And I'm also not about to live in Scott Manor.
No, he's not moving
so she's
to Scott Manor.
Like not doing it.
And to me, I think he's probably, sometimes men try to use their wives to do their dirty work. He don't want to move there either.
Yeah, they do.
And he just gonna talk about it like, you don't want to move, right, Kimmy?
Yeah, because
he's not even putting. Oh, we forgot to talk about when they were like, when Kimmy and Letitia were talking about how both of their husbands are alike and they feel women should do all the household duties.
Oh my gosh.
Did y'all hear that?
So Maurice, who I thought was a little bit better, but now we thought
he was the more progressive husband, but clearly he's not.
I don't think that men should wash dishes.
So you got that 13-year-old and even her son who's about to move back in there when he's graduating college.
22.
And then you think a woman is supposed to do all of this.
What could you teach the kids? How these kids gonna take care of themselves if they not?
They're not. They gonna know how to do this. The women gonna know how to do it. The little girls are gonna know how to do it. And the little boys.
That don't make no sense. I don't like it.
Need to know how to cook, clean, or wash clothes. Make it make sense in 2021. And this is the problem, and this is what's wrong with these men. Yeah, now.
And that's why Marcel acts the way he does.
Yep. Anyway,
so I mean, the Maurice and Kimmy conversation was
it was
everything else that we saw. Then we get to the grand finale.
The Holtz, honey, the Holtz showdown.
The Holtz they literally are going to be the last scene of every episode.
Yeah, they are going to end everything with them
because they have so much drama, and Martell is literally giving us drama every night.
But listen here, Melody is like, look, I'm not gonna be able to keep doing this. Now, if he gonna blatantly lie to me, I was cheating on him first. Like, what are you talking about? Like, people can just throw anything out there. Yeah. And I'm with her. Like,
he's grasping for straws now. Like, he's just, and he's like, well, I'm saying you probably. So okay, so sorry,
possibly.
So like, what? So we're watching. Melody is outside with the kids at her new house. So
and he pulls up
and pulls up on her. Like, why are you dropping in? This is my weekend, my week. Why are you here? Yeah. And so she asks him again, why are you here? He's like, anytime my kids are around, like that, come on. Like, when your kids was here, you was in the house and then you was running off with with your side piece.
Making another
so don't act like you cannot be away from your kids. You can be away from your kids. That's first and foremost. Second of all, this man said he came to drop in on his kids and then told the kids to go inside. I'm sorry. What?
Another lie.
Another lie. To come here and harass y'all. Me. Yep. He just wanted to harass Melody. Yep.
Now, production could have been like, oh, she's taping, everybody's mic'd to come through. Clearly, he walked up, he was mic'd. They know the production schedules and different stuff, and they probably told him you should try to stop by, but he could have not done it. Or they just said, oh, she's taping it. He could have not done it. He could have been like, nah, I'm gonna give her one scene, but that ain't gonna be it. Like,
he's here to be on camera. Disparaging her at every moment.
All he's doing is making it worse for his businesses and stuff, like they were saying. Like, you're making yourself look worse. You're gonna mess up your business. I really see that she, like her mother said, she is about to
flourish,
and he is clearly not. He can't handle his own.
Grasping for straws. He is floundering.
Oh, he is so rude.
He is drowning.
Unhinged, honey. He's going out bad.
He is. And everything he does is just so performative. It is literally he just wants
to right about that.
Draw you in. Everything. When Melody was talking to Destiny earlier in the episode and she was like, yeah, Martell was telling me how you was doing all of this stuff. Like, everything he does is just to get a reaction. So he gets the reaction that he wants from Melody because she goes all the way off on him.
She said, I'm about to slap the shit out of this nigga.
She said all the production came in and was like, let's just talk real quick. Because honestly, like you said, production probably did tell him to come through. Yes. Melody knew he was going to pull up. She wasn't shocked. And so production was like, this is getting out of hand. And she like, no, I'm not about to do this.
Right. I said I would record with him a couple scenes so y'all can get my stuff, but he ain't going to be lying on me on national TV.
Yes. And so he starts telling her that she cheated because she stopped taking care of your husband. And she was like, what are you talking about? And then he was like, well, you was probably doing it with somebody else. I'm sorry, probably? It's not the truth. It's like, no.
And I had 3 kids at that time, and I'm tired.
And I'm just living my life.
Just like, and that's how marriages work. What we were doing when we were dating, when we had 1 kid, and even when we had 2, things are going to shift. We're working more.
We have more children.
Kids. We have more responsibilities.
More
I'm getting older, so I'm just a little bit more tired. Like, why can't those be things like, oh, you're not doing the things you were doing 4 years ago, you're cheating? No, you're cheating. And he knows will holler like he's trying to pin stuff on her.
Guilty conscience. And he knows, and that's the bad part. That's the part that makes it hard to watch.
That's why she's pissed.
He knows that he's lying. He knows he's lying, and so that's so it ends with her when she gets mad, she started getting screechy. But she went in and he told her that he stopped servicing him. That she stopped servicing him, and she said she ain't never been a sucker.
That's what she said. If y'all listen, they was beeping out stuff. I told Michelle, I said, did she just say I've never been a sucker? And the y'all know. And she was like, no, I don't think I really couldn't hear what she was saying. Like,
because it was so screechy.
So we rewinded it, and when he said, oh, you changed, why did you stop pleasing me? She walked up to that man and said, I've never been a sucker. So she was basically saying, I ain't changed. And that's what she said after that. I didn't switch up. I never was doing all of that.
Yeah.
You was cheating and was getting it good from someone else. And was like, oh, now I have an excuse.
My wife ain't doing this.
Yeah, now I have an excuse to be like, oh, this is why I stepped out. Because she
not doing it. Somebody else doing it.
Of course she want to please you like that because she ain't got to live with your ass. And she don't have to deal with your daily stuff.
And she gets benefits from it.
You're paying her rent, you're buying her a car. She only gets to see you a couple days a week. She don't got to deal with your nonsense. Of course she's doing the things that your wife, quote unquote, isn't doing.
Well, Melody was here to set the record straight.
Melody said I never did. So I did not change. She was number one. I never did that. Everything else might have slowed down, but I never did that.
Yeah.
I said, oh, she said that on national TV. That's how you know she's
That's how you know she's mad. And that's when you know it's real, because they were not, she's not putting on for television.
On TV. What?
She is not putting on for TV. She don't care. These cameras could be here or not. She was like, you doing this for TV. Whenever they start mentioning TV and they know they really not supposed to mention TV, like they're really not supposed to talk about the fact that there are cameras there. Yeah. And whenever they bring up the cameras, you know that they gone. She's done.
Melody is tired of his ass.
She is.
I'm like Team Melody right now. I'm like, go Melody. Martell is triggering probably a lot of women out there. Women who are triggered by Martell. We gonna pray, because he is such an ass. That would be my worst nightmare. Like, the man you love, the man you have all these kids with, y'all have a life together, a beautiful life, just turns out to be the devil when y'all don't work out after he is the reason you didn't. She probably never expected him to say anything about full custody of them kids.
Right. Because what? Anyway, so it ends. I hate it with them. Production is like, you gotta go. And Melody says, you gotta go. Melody walked off the camera. She walked in the house. She's like, I'm not doing this with y'all. And it's just really messed up that he literally is like getting under her. Like, he's able to just mess up her peace. Like, leave her be. Let her do her. So she got like, that is stressful to think that happened, and then she got going with the kids and calm down. Too much. You can't. I don't blame her for not being around him at all, because that's too much.
He's evil.
So the scenes for the next episode show the graduation party for Kimmy's son, and Wanda shows up and wants to talk to Melody. And Martell comes up a roaring, and I just think that it is not okay for a man to roll up on a woman.
Walk up on her, period. Let alone somebody's mama. Because if she's old enough to be her mama, she's old enough to be your mama. You are ridiculous.
And he needs to stop. He needs to stop. He would not be okay with somebody walking up on his mom like that. And yes, Wanda is messy. She is, in fact, messy. But just leave it alone. Like, he just in everything right now. He shouldn't have
been there. He should
just in everything.
He does not want Melody probably to be accepted more, so he's going to come to everything.
He is trying to.
Whereas before, you weren't coming to stuff. Why? You didn't want to see Marcel, and you didn't want to, like, but now all of a sudden, because you don't want them to accept Melody over you, you're going to make sure you're there to disparage and say rude things and to be rude to Melody, because you know that they would probably accept her.
He done burned all his bridges, and he just trying to like pack them. He trying to put them back together somehow. He keep crawling back. It's desperation for real. It's giving me very desperate.
Yeah, he's going nuts. It's just crazy.
So thanks for watching. Hope you guys like. Be sure to
comment, like, subscribe, and watch our Married at First Sight reviews. Even if you don't watch the show,
watch.
Subscribe.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.